Go to 800 for SAT chapter 4. So in this chapter, I'll be dealing with writing equations. So let's go straight into it. Okay, so what are equations? Anything that has what? Equal to sign is an equation. So if something is saying x plus y, this is just an expression. But immediately I do x plus y equals 0, this becomes what? An equation. So let's start with the example. Twice a number increased by 14 is identical to 50. So we can pick a number x. Twice of x, 2x, increased by what? 14, that's plus 14, is identical, is equal to 50. That's all. That's what they said we should do. Translate each sentence into an equation. Next one. Half the sum of 7 and a number, let's pick x, is the same as the number x decreased by 2. That's all. Lastly, C. The quotient of m and n. That means what's the quotient of 4 and 2? That's 4 divided by 2. So the quotient of m and n is m over n equals 4 more than. Whenever you hear 4 more than, it means 4 plus. 4 plus 1/3 the sum of what? M and n. That's all. And lastly, the cube of x cube, plus the square of y square, is equal to what? 52. So we are done with that. So we are asked to write it as what? Equation. So let's move on. Now, what are consecutive numbers? Numbers that follow themselves. So from 1 to 2 to 3, like that. So let's say if the first number is n, then the next one has to be n plus 1 because they are consecutive. The difference between them must just be 1. Plus 1 gives us 2, plus 1 gives us 3, like that. So they are consecutive. But now, what are consecutive even numbers? What's the first even number? 2. Followed by what? 4. Followed by what? 6. What do you notice? The difference is what? 2. 2 plus 2 is 4. 4 plus 2 is 6. 6 plus 2 give us what? 8. And so on. That means if the first even number is n, the next one must be what? N plus 2. The next one will be what? N plus 4. Like that. Now, if you go to odd numbers now, integers, odd integers. The reason why they are integers is because the negative part is involved. Remember, if I just say 1, 2, 3, and so on, counting numbers or natural numbers, but immediately I include 0 to it, it becomes what? Whole numbers. But if I include the negative part, then they are all what? Integers. So for odd numbers, the same thing. What's the first odd number? That's what? 1. The next one is what? 3. Next one is what? 5. You see that the difference is what? 2, 2. So if the first odd number is n, the next one has to be n plus 2. The same pattern with the what? Even number. It says write an equation to represent the given relationship between integers. So the first one, the sum of 4 consecutive integers. So they didn't tell us whether it is even or odd. They said integers, so combine all of them. So let's say the first one is what? X. The second one will be what? X plus 1. The third one will be what? X plus 2. And the fourth one what? X plus what? 3. So they said 4 of them is equal to what? Minus 54. That's all. B. The product of 3 consecutive odd numbers is 693. So let's go. If the first one is x times, the second one has to be what? X plus 2 times, the third one has to be what? X plus 4 equals to what? 693. So that's the product of 3 consecutive odd integers. So let's move on. Okay, so look at this question now. 18 more than the number n. So 18 more than n is what? 18 plus n, or n plus 18 is what? 125. What is n? N is what? 125 minus 18. So n is 107. The next one. 20 is 7 less than twice. What's 7 less than? So 20 is equal to 7 less than twice the number n. So first of all, write twice the number l. Then we remove 7. That's all. So 20, if I send -7 to this side, it becomes 27 equals 2w. 27 is what? 2w. Divide both sides by 2. This will cancel this. So my w is 27 over 2, and that's what? 13 1 over 2, or 13.5. Alright, let's move on. 9 less than twice x. 9 less than twice x. So 9 less than twice x. 9 less than twice x. So we do twice of x minus 9 is 3 more than x. X plus what? 3. Can you see that now? 9 less. I've told you when it's 9 less, you remove 9. When it's 9 more, you add 9. So 2x minus 9. So this is 2x. If you bring x here, minus x. If I send 9 to that place, it becomes 9 plus 3. 2x minus x is x. 9 plus 3 is 12. So the answer is 12. Moving on. 8 less than. Look at this one. 4 times number c. So it's 4c. 8 less than minus 8. And they say is what? 20. So 4c is equals to 20 plus 8. So 4c is what? 28. Divide both sides by what? 4. So my c is equals to what? 7. Alright, let's move on. The sum of 4 consecutive odd integers is 296. What is the greatest? So sum. So there's the first one be x, plus the second one will be what? X plus 2. The third one is what? X plus 4. Then the fourth one is what? X plus 6. And they said this sum is what? 296. X plus x plus x plus x, that's what? 4x. 2 plus 4 plus 6, that's what? 12. Equals 296. So 4x is equals to 296 minus 12. Then 4x will give me what? What's 296 minus 12? That's 28 what? Is it 284? Yeah. Then we divide both sides by what? 4. So my x is equals to what? 71. But the question says what's the greatest of the 4 consecutive odd what? Integers. The greatest is this one here, x plus what? 6. So x plus 6 equals 71 plus 6. So my answer is what? 77. Alright, let's move on. The sum of 3/4 of the number a, 3 over 4 times a, and 24 is equals to -9. So that's 3a over 4 equals -9 minus 24. So 3a over 4 is equals to -33. So 3a is what? 4 times minus 33. Divide both sides by what? 3. So a is equals to what now? 3 here 1, 3 here 11. What's 4 times minus 11? That's minus 44. And that's what? Option A. Okay, moving on. Number 7. A number g decreased by 23. So there's a g here. You decrease it by 23. And then multiply by what? 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 times g minus 23. The result is 8 more. I told you it's plus. 8 more. 8 plus twice of g, or 2g plus 8. So this will give us 2g minus 23 over what? 2 equals 8 plus what? 2g. If we cross multiply, g minus 23 will give us what? 16 plus what? 4g. We send it here. So g plus 4g comes here, becomes minus 4g equals 16 plus 23. So that's minus 3g equals to what? 39. Divide both side by what? Minus 3. So what's my g now? Minus 13. And that answer is option what? A. Okay, so that's that. You can answer this one and leave your answer in the comment section. Bye for now.